Good morning. How are you this morning? Alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Yes. Yes. Woo. And for those of you that are joining us online, are you alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic? Put a yay in the chat. Oh, I'm thrilled to see you all this morning. You have brightened up my week. It has been one heck of a week. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just going to give you a little snapshot of my week. I was on my way down here to go to class the other night, and my car died on 302 in Wyndham. Wow, that was an interesting experience. Luckily, Kathy was coming down to class, so she picked me up, and I was able to get off the road and into a parking lot. And so now you see that Jeep that's sitting in my space? Yeah. So I have to share this little story with you. So my son, it's a friend of his, and he got it for me so I could have a vehicle, which I'm very grateful for. But he said, Mom, you're going to need a step stool. So he put the step stool out, and I got in, and that was all well and good until I got to where there was nobody to get the step stool picked up for me. And I thought, well, how am I going to do this? The step stool's on the outside. I'm on the inside. So I told him that. We laughed about it. And then on the way home yesterday, or when I got home, I was on the way home, I thought, I can put a bungee cord around the step stool, hook it to the side of the door. Once I get in, I can pull it up with a bungee cord. I got it done. You know, there is always a way. Always a way. So the other thing that's happened is I'm not able to send text messages. So for those of you that maybe get my morning message, you haven't been getting it because it's not, I'm getting messages in, but nothing is going out. So that is very weird. I have done everything under the sun. I went to the cell medics in Wyndham, which are amazing, and he's doing everything. And he said, Pat, I think it's a issue with your provider. So my provider is Spectrum. So I called Spectrum, and the man walked me through, and he said, okay, do you have somebody that you can send a message to and see what happens? So I sent a message, and it came right back. And I sent a second message to the church, and it came right back. So meaning that they were getting it. Well, I thought, well, that's weird. But nobody else was because I was sending out messages and nobody was responding. On the way down, it dawned on me. Only people that are getting it are people that have Spectrum for their mobile provider. So I go back to the drawing board when I get home today and figure the next step out. But that's been my week. Oh, my gosh. You know, Mercury is in retrograde. And all these planets, Saturn and Uranus and Pluto, are all lined up for the first time in history in a trine. So there is a lot going on. And they're all in retrograde. Yeah. So hold on, guys. So you've heard, and the weather is beautiful. So I'll turn it over to the music team.
Please stand. Come, let us gather together. This is a place of love. We come together as people of prayer. This is a house built on love. Come, let us gather in peace. This is a sacred space. We join our hearts here in one loving family. This is a house built on love. We come together as people of prayer. This is a house Growing love, we're forever growing love. It's a seed that we can sow with our caring, it will grow. We are family, we are friends, and the feeling never ends. Together we're forever growing love. We seek the sunshine, we bless the rain. Through the storms we know the sun may shine again. We have God light in our hearts. We're growing up, illumined from the start. Growing love, we're forever growing love. It's a seed that we can sow with our caring, it will grow. We are family, we are friends, and the feeling never ends. Together we're forever growing love. We imagine a world at peace, and we know someday our dreams will be released. All we ask is that people care. We sing this song for people everywhere. Growing love, we're forever growing love. It's a seed that we can sow with our caring, it will grow. We are family, we are friends, and the feeling never ends. Together we're forever growing love. Together we're forever growing love. Together we're forever growing love. Please be seated. We are one people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are one people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are one people, living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are all one. We are one people, living on one planet, joining in one living on one
Please join me in prayer. And yes, we are all one, living on one planet, one big heart that just exudes love. Love is flowing through this whole room. Love is flowing through our lives, through every cell in our body. Love is. And so as we come together this morning, we come together to express that love, that one family, that we are all one. There is nothing that separates us. We are one with each other. We are one with Source. We are one. And so as we open up today to this time together, we just give thanks. We give thanks for the opportunity that we have to walk this earth today, to experience this moment. There is not another one like it, and there never will be. And then there'll be the next, and the next, and the next, and every one is special and different. But it's all love. Love is the healing balm. So we just give thanks, knowing this and expressing this in our every interaction today and throughout the week. And for that and so much more, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Oh, good morning. Oh my gosh, you look sparkling this morning. So, I'm going to invite those that care to stand as we do our invocation. You can stand or sit, whatever is your choice. And let us say together our invocation. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotent. Love, love, love. Our vision statement is, centered in divine love, we celebrate a spiritually transformed world. We see a world where everybody is expressing the love that they are, that kindness and respect and offering help, whatever is needed, they're there. Our mission statement is, Unity Center for Spiritual Growth reaches in to reach out through education, service, and creation of humanity. And our core values are, we are loving, we are accepting, we are authentic, we are transformative, we are soul-centric, we are compassionate, and we are welcoming. And I'm going to invite you to remain standing as we greet one another this morning. I want to welcome Robert. Robert is here from Unity of Phoenix, and we're excited to have you. So happy that you're with us today. His minister is Richard Mirage, and he's amazing. Oh, you know him, Carol. Have you met Richard? Robert? All right. See, something, I think I wrote this in Hot Thoughts this week. When we stay in these circles, we just keep meeting people, the same people in different places. So it's amazing. So welcome to everybody. I'm so glad that you're all here. And now let us just take a moment and drop down into that heart space where love is. And then we will sing together Namaste. And the second time through, you'll greet one another with a smile, a bow, just sending out love. You know how on Zoom you see those little bubbles of the love bubbles going up, the hearts? Well, just picture that going all over this room.
Namaste.
Thank you. And for those of you that are joining us online, if this is your very first time with us, we would love it if you would put your name and where you're coming to us from in the chat so those online can welcome you, and I'll go home and check it out, and you'll hear from me as well. So we're very grateful for everybody that is joining us online. And now we're going to switch gears a little bit. Normally we do sharing the good news, but we have something very special today, and that is a new member celebration. Yes, yes. So I would like to invite all the new members that are joining us today to come forward. Yes, yes. How wonderful is this? Yay. Yeah, just go, just make a line, a circle, whatever you choose to do, however you want to do it. All right. So today we are joyfully welcoming in new members into our spiritual community. While formal membership is never a requirement to attend our services or participate in many of the activities here, all are always welcome. This moment marks a sacred step for those choosing to deepen their commitment. Across Unity Centers worldwide, people often walk through our doors seeking something more, something their soul has been longing for. Think about that. What brought you here, and how did you had that yearning, knowing there was something more? Some find what they need and move on. Others stay, explore the teachings, and eventually come to a quiet inner knowing, this is home. There, they are led by the Spirit of truth within to make Unity their spiritual home, to offer their time, their energy, and their heart to the path of conscious living. So we in Unity do not claim to be the only way. We honor all paths and trust that the living Spirit of truth guides each soul to its rightful place of expression. But Unity membership is unique. It is not about doctrine or dogma. The most essential requirement is a sincere desire to express the divine and to live in harmony with spiritual principles. Each member is free to follow the inspiration of Spirit within. Unity is not just a belief system, it is a way of life. Would you all agree with me on that? Yes, it is. Members are invited to live the truth teachings daily, to grow in consciousness, and to serve from the heart. And so together we unite so that we may minister more effectively to one another and to the greater world. Through our shared consciousness and commitment, we become channels of blessings for others. Jesus said, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst. So we have Mercer Bonney, Kelly Westlander, Christina Currit, Carol Sterling, and Kathy Fletcher, who, yes, they have chosen to formally join this community, and so we honor their sacredness of making this decision. It reflects not only the completion of a course of study, but a deeper commitment to the ongoing journey of truth. And so now I'm going to invite you to extend your hands out, palms open, and facing upward as we offer the blessing of the palms. And so this is a symbolic act of your willingness to serve both spiritually and physically in this beloved community. So I'm going to anoint your right palm for the physical work that you're going to do and fulfill as a new member, and then your left palm for the spiritual work you're called to do. Now I got to remember which hand is right and which hand is left. And so I'm going to invite everybody to join me in prayer. Divine love, in whom we live and move and have our being, we give thanks for these souls who have taken another step forward in their sacred path. We bless their commitment to truth, to service, and to spiritual growth. We are grateful to walk this path together as part of the cherished ministry of Unity Center for Spiritual Growth. We are spirit expressing. Let the will of the divine be done in and through us today, tomorrow, and always. Amen. So as individual students of truth, we unite in spirit, drawn together by invisible bonds of love and a shared devotion to the study and practice of spiritual principles. So as a minister of this community, it is my deep honor on behalf of all our members to recognize your commitment and officially welcome you into full active voting membership. Yes. So will you all join me by lifting your voices together as we sing, "Here I Am, Lord."
I, the Lord of sky above, I will send my peace and love as my people learn to see the Christ in all. He just went out the door.
That song is the song that they sang to us when we were knowing that we were going to be ministers. The first morning that my class met together, the senior class sang that to us. And every time I hear it, it puts me right back in Stillmore Chapel. Very special.
He did whisper to me, he said, yes, we sang that at meeting in Burlington.
Thank you. That is so powerful. So thank you all. I forgot I didn't even have this in my hand. So shifting gears, let us bring Barbara Kowalska up as she shares our daily word with us today.
Good morning. The daily word today is authentic. I live proudly as my authentic self. One of the best ways to feel the fullness of my divinity is to express the uniqueness of my humanity. There is no one on earth who is exactly like me, no one who has my history and experiences, no one who has my particular talents and gifts. I make the world a richer place when I show up as the person I am. If I am too timid to share my gifts, if I carry shame or regret about my past, or if I feel afraid to let others see the real me, I am not being my authentic self. Authenticity means means being who I am with confidence. I'm going to read that again. Authenticity means being who I am with confidence. I am a divine being, a child of God. I take my place in the world with joy, knowing I belong here just as much as everyone else. Rooted in my divinity, I celebrate my humanity by being my authentic self. And from Romans 8:14, for all who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. Authentic.
To open Pat's talk this morning, this is a song by Joyce Poley. When our hearts are in a holy place.
When our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our hearts are in a holy place,
when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes.
when our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, when our hearts are in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our hearts are in a holy place. When we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's room,
we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our hearts stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith.
And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place. We are blessed with love and amazing grace. And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place. We are blessed with love and amazing grace. And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place. And our hearts are in a holy place.
Do you feel as filled up as I do at this moment? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get through this. Whew. So, the title of my talk this morning is The Currency of Connection, Love as Wealth. How sacred relationships multiply prosperity in community. Think about that. How sacred relationships multiply prosperity in community. We're seeing that. We're seeing that right now, right here. And so today is the conclusion of the series that I've been doing called Cultivating the Inner Shift. And my hope has been that you are having a shift and releasing the scarcity spell that we talked about in the first week, and replace that with faith. Remember, faith before flourishing, divine timing, and trusting that divine timing. Blessing what is. Blessing in the moment, whatever is showing up. Even when your text messages aren't going out. Blessing in the moment. And so today we're going to explore a truth that transcends economics and touches the very heart of spiritual abundance. Love is the true currency of life. I'm going to say that once again, and then we'll say it together. Love is the true currency of life. Let's say that together. Love is the true currency of life. Let that in. In a world that often measures wealth in dollars and possessions, we're invited to look at a deeper truth. Our greatest prosperity flows through connection, through the sacred relationships we cultivate with one another and with the divine. So cultivating that inner shift. To recognize love as wealth requires an inner shift, a reorientation from outer acquisitions to inner alignment. So often we think of wealth as the things that we have. And what I'm inviting you to do is let go of that belief and realize true wealth is what we have within us, that inner alignment. So as we awaken to the divine presence within ourselves and others, we begin to see that every act is an act of love. Everything that we do is an act of love. Every moment of compassion, every shared joy or burden is a deposit into our spiritual bank account of our lives. Now think about that. Think about your bank account, not in dollars and cents, but in shared joys, in compassion, in love. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore wrote, "Divine love expressing through me draws to me all that I need to make me happy and to make my life complete." Divine love expressing through me draws to me all that I need to make me happy and to make my life complete. This is not just poetic sentiment. It is a metaphysical law. Love is magnetic. It multiplies, it attracts, it heals. And when we live from this consciousness, we become conduits for divine abundance. Not just for ourselves, but for our families, for our friends, and for our communities. So I'm going to share a story, and some of you probably know this if you have any reference to the Bible at all, but it's a story of sacred devotion, and it's Ruth and Naomi. So in the book of Ruth, there is a story, and it's not about kings or prophets, but of two women bound by love and joy. After the death of their husbands, Naomi urged her daughter-in-laws to return to their families. One of the daughter-in-laws does, but the other one, Ruth, does not. And she replies with words that echo through the ages. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Very close to the song that we just sang. Here I am, Lord. Lead me. And this is what she's saying to Naomi. I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to do whatever I need and whatever you need me to do. And this is the currency of connection. A love that transcends obligation and becomes a spiritual commitment. Ruth's choice to stay with Naomi, to walk with her into uncertainty, becomes the seed of a miraculous unfolding. I mentioned the fact that I have that Jeep sitting out there. So when my son told me he had a vehicle for me, I said, thank you so much for that, and I'm so grateful. And I said, you didn't have to do that. And he said, Mom, for you, there is no other option. I must do this. And I thought, yes, that's that commitment that Ruth made to Naomi. So metaphysically, Naomi represents a soul that has experienced loss and bitterness. She even renames herself Mara, meaning bitter. Ruth, however, symbolizes the devoted, intuitive aspect of consciousness that chooses love over fear, loyalty over self-preservation. So that's the Ruth in us, the Ruth that chooses love over fear and loyalty over preservation. So their journey back to Bethlehem, and Bethlehem is the house of bread, is a return to spiritual nourishment. And then enters Boaz. And Boaz, he and Ruth have a connection, and Ruth works for Boaz. But Boaz, whose name means in him is strength, represents the divine masculine principle, a symbol of spiritual support, protection, and provision. So, the Boaz in our life is that part of us that is where we get our spiritual support, where we feel the protection and have what we need. It's a symbol of spiritual support, protection, and provision. He's not just a generous landowner. He is the metaphysical embodiment of divine substance. The visible outpicturing of abundance that arises when we walk in faith and integrity. So Ruth works in Boaz's field. And so her willingness to glean in the fields of Boaz leads not only to physical sustenance, but to a sacred relationship, a partnership. Boaz sees her worth, honors her devotion, and becomes a channel through which divine order unfolds. I love these stories when you can look at them from the lens of a metaphysical interpretation rather than just the literal. So together, these three figures form a sacred triad. Not the ones that we're having in astrology right now. But Naomi is the wisdom of experience and the call to return to spiritual roots. Ruth is the heart-centered devotion that walks the path of love. And Boaz is the divine response, the outer support that meets inner alignment. Ruth becomes the great-grandmother of King David, placing her in the lineage of Jesus. What began in grief and scarcity becomes legacy and abundance through love, loyalty, and divine connection. Love, loyalty, and divine connection. This story shows us that sacred relationships are vessels for divine multiplication. So when we align with love, the universe responds with provision, partnership, and purpose. So love as circulation and not as accumulation. In unity, we understand that prosperity is not about hoarding, it's about circulation. Remember, I often tell you, if you're standing on the hose, no water's going to come out. And that's when we're holding on, when we're in scarcity thinking. When we let go, the water flows easily, and it's all about circulation. So just as blood must flow to sustain life, so must love. So must kindness. So must generosity. All of that flows through us to sustain spiritual vitality. Eric Butterworth, another early Unity minister and author, wrote, "Prosperity is a way of living and thinking, and not just money or things. Poverty is a way of living and thinking, and not just a lack of money or things." Do you see that? We want to be in the living and thinking and prosperity that we have so much more than money or things. So when we live from a consciousness of love, we stop asking, what can I get? And begin asking, what can I give? I've shared this story before, but it fits in here so beautifully. When I was associate minister at a church in Overland Park, Kansas, and it was a very, very large church, whenever there seemed to be a slowing down of the flow, the minister would always say, where can we give more? Where can we give more? And then she would say, and we're green and growing. And I love that, because when what do we immediately do when we see a slowdown? We want to hold on rather than let go. So in that giving, we receive in ways that defy logic but fulfill the soul. And we saw that over and over again, and we see it here. You know, how many of you get those out-of-the-blue moments? You go to the mailbox, and there's a check in there for a return of something, or the bank. I get 42 cents in a check, you know? But it's prosperity. So let's look at sacred relationships as spiritual capital. Sacred relationships as spiritual capital. Think of the people in your lives right now who have loved you unconditionally, who have seen the divine in you even when you couldn't see it yourself. I remember Audrey McGinnis, the minister that was here when I first came through the door. She was so good at that. She could see what you couldn't see in yourself, and she could call it forth. And these are your spiritual investors. And every time you show up for someone else with perseverance, compassion, and authenticity, you are investing in the wealth of the world. What a mind shift. You know, I love that. And Emma Curtis Hopkins, one of the early New Thought writers, writes, "Love is the divine magnet. It draws to itself all that belongs to it. Love is the divine magnet. It draws to itself all that belongs to it. So when we love, we align with the divine pattern of wholeness. We become magnets for joy, peace, and yes, material prosperity too, when it serves the greater good. Not for the sake of just having it, but when it serves the greatest good. There is a story that I read this week, and it's about Alice Walton. And Alice Walton is the daughter of Sam Walton of the Walmart. Did any of you see that article? Alice Walton lives in Bentonville, Arkansas, and she has just built a huge medical facility. Cindy, I'm sharing the, you heard me. Cindy put me onto the story. It is so amazing. She built this huge medical facility and she's paying tuition for the next 5 years to all who want to go there. And you know, there's not everybody can go, but the number of people, she's paying their full tuition. But the hospital is about whole body, not just medical. It's about the whole body of people, their nutrition, their needs. It's amazing because she said we need to change the system. We need to change the medical system. And if you haven't read that, I will put it in Heart Thoughts because it is amazing. She is the wealthiest woman in the world, and she is putting her money to use, and that's that sacred. Yes. Oh, it's an amazing. And and they take art classes, and they have art that they have part of that as part of their curriculum. I mean, it is far out thinking, but it's what's the next move. You know, we think it's far out, but you know what? It's going to become mainstream, and that's what we need. So anyway, I got off on a tangent. So when we love, we align with the divine pattern of wholeness. We become magnets for joy, peace, and yes, material prosperity too. So a community as the field of multiplication, that's us. In sacred community, love multiplies exponentially. One candle can light 1,000 others without diminishing the flame. And that's what this community is all about. It is love. When we gather in spiritual community, we create a field of resonance where healing, creativity, and abundance flourish. This is why your presence matters. This is why you're part of what our mission statement is. When you show up on Sunday, your energy of love permeates and gathers with others. Your willingness to connect, to forgive, to uplift, it all contributes to the collective wealth of our spiritual family. And so I'm going to give you a practice, blessing the currency of connection. And this is a simple practice, but I'm going to invite you right now to think of someone in your life, past or present, who has been a source of love and connection to you. Take a minute and pull them in if you haven't already thought of it. Now hold them in your heart. And now let my words be your words as we silently bless them. Divine love flows between us. I am grateful for the wealth of our connection. May it continue to bless the world. Divine love flows between us. I am grateful for the wealth of our connection. May it continue to bless the world. And now I'm going to invite you, using your power of imagination, to imagine extending that blessing to this community, to other communities that you're part of, to your neighborhood, and most importantly, to those who you find difficult to love. So let all of that energy go out all of that love. And when we do this, what we are demonstrating is what it is to become a spiritual philanthropist, distributing the wealth of love wherever we go. So as we cultivate the inner shift from fear to faith, from scarcity to sufficiency, we discover that love is the only wealth that increases the more we spend it. So let us be generous with our love, and let us invest in spiritual and sacred relationships. And let us build communities where prosperity is measured not by what we have, but how deeply we are connected. And now I have an affirmation that I'd like us to say together. Together, I am generous with my love. I invest in sacred relationships. I help build this community where prosperity is measured not by what we have, but how deeply we connect. And there it is. And now let us prepare for meditation.
When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. Hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love, see only love. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love. Hallelujah.
So now take a moment and go within, taking in a deep breath and slowly exhaling, not holding on, because the next breath is going to be right there. So take the next breath and let it go. And with each breath that you take, allow yourself to become more fully in this moment. For right now, let go of your to-do lists, the planning, the wondering, what have I got to do when I leave here? And just be here now. And feel that gentle rhythm of your breath, the steady beat of your heart, and the quiet spirit within and all around you. And once again, bring to mind someone with whom you've shared a sacred connection. It could be a friend, a mentor, a loved one, or even someone who has crossed over. Feel the warmth of that connection. Feel the love that flowed between you. And as you do that, let your love expand in your heart. Let it radiate through your body. For this is the currency of connection. what you're experiencing is the wealth of the soul. And as we did earlier, just imagine yourself letting that love extend outward everywhere. You don't even have to direct it. It will know where it needs to go. You just need to let it go. And as you do that, you feel yourself as a channel of divine connection, a vessel of sacred relationship. And now let my words be your words. I am connected. I am supported. I am guided. Love flows through me and multiplies all that is good. I trust the divine order unfolding in my life. So take a few more deep breaths and just rest in the richness of this moment. And now when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room. You are here. You are whole. You are connected. And so it is. Amen. Stretch. Thank you. Well, Matt is normally would be the person up here now, but he is on a little vacation. So because of that, there will be no Course in Miracles today, but he'll be back. Christine, did I see you with a prayer shawl on? Christine is our prayer partner today. So if you are needing a little extra prayer, Christine's your girl. She'll be right down here. And also today we'll be doing Power Up for the Wisdom Years. That will be in here probably around 11:30, 11:40, somewhere in that time frame. I hope you can stay. It's a wonderful time to just have conversation and share what might be going on with you or someone that you may be caring for, or to listen to what other people are going through so that you can offer that support and that love. Todd will not be doing the men's group this Tuesday, or not this Tuesday, but August 12th. But what he wants to do is a outside drumming circle, if weather permits, on August 5th. And that's a Tuesday night, and it would be from 6:30 to 8. So that's going to be a little bit of a different switch, but you'll read about it in Heart Thoughts this week. But I'm just giving you a heads up. Also, Wednesday, August 13th, I am so excited. Live Soul Healing Readings with Jay Allen and Kevin Paul. I just love the way that Spirit drops people in my life. These two gentlemen are from up in Bridgeton. They come here for the summer. I had the most amazing phone call, Zoom meeting with them when they reached out and said, we'd love to offer something to your community. So they are experienced in both psychic and mediumship, which is very interesting. So they will be doing group readings, or, if you're here and they have a message for you, they'll give it to you. So I'm excited to have this happen. It's going to be, you do need to register, and you also can register today in the bookstore. And you can come that night if you find that you're free and want to come. But it is a donation of $25, and you will love these two guys. They are amazing. Then on August 15th, which is the Friday after the Wednesday, Jason and Rebecca Lewind will be doing an outdoor sanctuary sound journey. They are very excited to do something out back with their bowls and their sound work. So that's another opportunity, and you can register online or at the bookstore for that. And if the weather doesn't permit, they'll do it in here as they've done in the past. And finally, our book group that has been reading the 5 invitations for the last year, I think. It's been a very long time. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the book. And we're going to start a new book group that is online, on Zoom, on Tuesday mornings from 10:30 to noon. And I'm so excited about the book. It's called Pause and Reflect. And it's pause, P-A-W-S, and reflect. A new spiritual journey begins. And it's a story of a cat, you know how I love cats, that lives with the Dalai Lama. And the story of how he has his experiences in the group with the Dalai Lama with spiritual teachings. And it is a cool book. I'm halfway through it. I'm loving this book. So it's got Buddhist teachings, and it's all from the perspective of a cat. So cool. And then, yes. Okay. And what I want to say to you is I heard yesterday that people can't hear you online, so you're going to have to talk louder when you do that. So.
Good to know.
Yes. Let me just give 2 more things, and then I'll turn to you, okay? September 13th, all-day retreat with Mary Reed right here. And this is a must-be at, because Mary Reed is an amazing mystic who is continuously getting downloads and sharing stuff. So it's from 9 to 4, lunch included, and you can register online or in the bookstore for that as well. And then silent unity. Silent retreats are coming back. Jack, Siri, and I are going to partner together and do a Come Home to Stillness silent retreat in November. So information about that is in Heart Thoughts. Now, Miss Callie.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to take a moment of appreciation for each and every one of you who have been involved with. A week ago or so, I put out a message of one and done for our weeds on the labyrinth. And I didn't really acknowledge that last week, but it's miraculous that the whole labyrinth is empty of weeds after our growth spurt. And I just appreciate everybody because it took all of us to do that. It was beyond what I could really do, and I just really appreciate that. And if you haven't been up there to see it, it looks glorious in its glory. It's just really beautiful. So thank you all.
Yes,
Very
yes,
much.
yes, 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 yes. Nemo.
Thank you. This is a bag of crystals and stones that dear, dear, dear people in my life have left with me, whether it was Hillary, who left us a few years ago, or another friend, Zebunisa, who left the planet in 2007. I'm going to put these in the middle of the labyrinth, and I invite each of you to look into your hearts and see what you have to give to the labyrinth to lift that energy to keep it strong. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks. And I would be remiss if I don't remind people that Barbara is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 o'clock with the Daily Faith Lift, and you can listen to it anytime. Once it's recorded, it is there. And Scott's standing up, so Scott has something. Yes, yes, yes. You can tell that there is a tremendous amount of love going into that garden by the plethora of vegetables and all. Yes, Christine? What was that? Oh. Okay. Okay, so sending healing to Scott for his knees and back for the work that he's doing in the garden, and anybody else that's probably doing that, there's probably a call for that as well. So blessings. All right, now for our sacred time of giving and all that we have just talked about this morning, giving from that place of love so that this community sustains for new people that keep walking through the door. And so let us say our offering again. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving. And remember, come forward no matter what, because there's an affirmation that is meant specifically for you.
While the offering is being taken, please join us in singing Thank You for This Day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My loving, loving friends. My loving, loving friends. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful life. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful life.
we bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that they go to do the work and the will of Jesus the Christ through Unity Center for Spiritual Growth. And for that, we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. And now remember, we had a change last week, so we're going to do it again this week. We're going to do the prayer for protection first and then the peace song. So you can stand now or after, I don't care. So together, we are the light. We are the love. We are the power. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is swell. And now with a hearty song of the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as the one source, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be a moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Have a blessed week, my friends, in this coffee.